Okay, guys. Today, good morning. Today, inshallah, we'll take lesson 3, page 415, the graphs of relationships. Now, before I start, guys, if you have any questions about the previous homework, you can ask me. Abdul Hamid.
No, thank you, Mr. I put my hand to say for you thank you for you explained for me question 4.
No, it's okay. Thank you. Now, guys, there's a video. Hope you saw it, all of you. And it explains the trick to find the steps or the two-step equation from the given formula, okay? As I said in the video, guys, later on in grade 7, grade 8, inshallah, you will take something we call it algebra. So you will know exactly the process of how to find any two-step equations from any given table. So don't worry about this idea. For our tables, which are given in the previous homework, you can use the multiplication or addition. It is one step, or in the two-step, you can use the idea in the video. So hope if you don't see it until now, hope you see it later, okay? Now, let's go to my lesson here. Lesson 3, page 415, graphs of relationships. Now, before I start with this idea, let's remember something. We call it, if you remember, the coordinate plane. Now, we took something like that before. So the coordinate plane contains two axes, vertical one and horizontal axis, like this, vertical and horizontal. The horizontal one, we call it x-axis, and it's always the independent variable. The vertical one, we call it y-axis, and it's always the dependent one. Now this is, we call it coordinate plane. Now here on the x-axis, we have the positive numbers. Here it started with 0. And this point here, we call it the origin. We call it the origin. And the origin always 0x and 0y. Now here we have numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as much as you want. Here also we have numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as much as I want. Now, how we plot a point here, how we graph the point here. Now, any point in the coordinate plane, we call it ordered. Focus, guys, it's revision. You took that before. Ordered pair, we call it ordered pair. It's written like two brackets and a comma between them. And if you hear something about 2 dimension, 3 dimension, this here is 2 dimension, X and Y. This we call it 2 dimension. Now the ordered pair always has two numbers. The first number always for x-axis, the horizontal one, whatever. It can be x, can be h, can be any variable. But here x and y, okay? Now the first number here always for x-axis, and the second number here always for y-axis. For example, the ordered pair 1 and 3. This is, we call it ordered pair. The x-axis, the x-coordinate for it 1, the y is a 3. Not y here or x here. No, don't do that. The first x, the second y only. The first, the horizontal. The second, the vertical. Now, how we graph this point on the coordinate plane? We go to the first number here, which is 1 on the x-axis. This is 1. And I will go up until I get a 3 in y-axis. So I will go from 1 and go up until I get a 3. Then I put my point here. Now, for example, 4 and 2. 4 and 2. This is x, the horizontal, and this is the vertical. To graph this point here, you will go to the x first, which is here, 4, and go up until you get 2. Until you get 2 in the y-axis. So from 4, I will go up until I get 2, sorry, and I graph my point like this. Okay, now for example, 0 and 4. 0 and 4. This is ordered pair, 0 and 4. You go to the 0 in the x-axis. Here is the 0. Here, 0 for x and y. 0 for x and y at the same point, okay? 0 for x and 0 for y. So here, 0 and 4, how I will do it? I will go to the x0 up to 4y. So here, 0, I will go up at the same line until I get the 4y, and it will be on the same axis here. This is how we graph points, what's the coordinate plane in general. Now, for sure, guys, here we have negatives. Here, in this side, the left side here, we have negative numbers. And down also, we have negative numbers, but we didn't take it now. So we'll still talk with positives only. And by the way, these numbers, not always 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. No, it can be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100, 150. We call them jumps. Depends on the numbers in the questions. If the numbers are so big, you will have big numbers here, okay? For example, if I have this point, for example, 1 and 100, for example, 1 and 100. So the one here is the one. I cannot make 1, 2, 3, 4 until 100. It will be too long and exhausted. So it can be 25, 50, 75, 100, for example. We make jumps. We make jumps. Depends on what? Depends on the numbers, whatever the numbers are. Now, why I'm talking about that? Why I'm talking about that? I'm talking about that because today we will what? Graph the relationships which we took on the previous lessons. How we graph, we will use this. To graph the relationship, we will use this, okay? Now let's go to our lesson. Started with example 1. Example 1. Page 416, I think. I'm not sure. Yeah, example 1. Read, Yabni.
Okay. Example 1. The
Go back.
equation A.
We are on example 1. Wait, Abdul Hamid. We are on example 1, page 416 at the top of the page here. Please point with your friend here. Let's read together. Read, Yabni.
The equation A equal 126b represents the
Wait. The question said the equation A
equal 126b.
This equation, guys, we call it the formula of the formula of the question or the table which are given later. So in the previous lesson, we tried to find this, right? In the previous lesson, we have the table and try to find the relationship between the numbers to find the formula. In this lesson, the formula is given. The formula is what? Given. مريحينك منها. Okay? So this is the formula. It's important one. And let's see what will happen next. Continue.
Represents the approximate number of apples A in B bushels of apples. Graph the relationship on the coordinate plane.
Good. Now to graph, guys, this relationship, this is the relationship. Okay? To graph it, we need a table. We need a table. Now look at the table and focus how I will form the table. Now the table, we have 2 columns. The first one is the N. Don't talk, Yabni. Don't talk. I'm talking.
Okay.
Now we have 2 columns, guys. Okay. In the first one here, always you put the independent variable. Independent variable. And here it is what? It is B. We said that before. A depends on B. So here, the independent variable, focus. And here the dependent variable, which is A. Now this is the table. Now I need numbers. I need numbers. Now these numbers, I can choose them. They are chosen. You choose them. Any numbers for B. any numbers. But to make it easy for us, I can use 0, 1, 2, and 3. Don't use 5, 9, 12. No, big numbers. Don't make difficult. خلاص. Just use small numbers. Sometimes the book give you the numbers. Like our example here, if you see your table here, the book give you the values for B, which are 0, 1, and 2, right? The book give you the numbers, so you will use the numbers of the book. If the book does not give you any numbers, you put numbers here. So the book use 0, 1, 2. I will stay with the book to make it easy for us. That's all. Now I need to fill the table. I need to fill the table. Now B is given. I need to find A. B is given. I need to find A. Now how I'll find A if I have B? I will go to the formula. That's why I told you the formula is very important. I will go to the formula, replace the variable B by its value, 0. Now 126 multiply 0 is 0. Now to fill the opposite side of 1, you will go to the formula also, replace B by 1. It will be 126 multiply 1, which is 126. Now to find the value of A, if B equal to, you will go also to the formula. This is our key. This is our important thing in this question. So you will go to here, replace B by the 2. 126 multiplied by 2, if you calculate, it will be 252. Now the table is filled. You have the table. Fill it in your book, please. If A is 0, sorry, if B is 0, A is 0. If B is 1, A is 126. If B is 2, A is 252. How we found these numbers? We go to the formula up and replace the values of B, then calculate and put the answers here. So fill the table, please.
Mister, can I answer in the check?
Mister, don't talk. Don't talk while I'm talking. Don't talk. Abdul Rahman.
Yes, miss.
Yes, what?
I understand.
What?
I didn't have a question.
What you want? You put your hand.
I want to answer.
Answer what? Did I ask?
No.
طيب, focus
We
and
did
understand,
example.
please. You waste my time, يا ابني. You waste my time. Okay, guys. Now we filled the table. خلاص? Now look here. This table, from this table, we can make ordered pairs. Ordered pairs. Now, the ordered pair of this one is what? The independent first, then the dependent, not the opposite. So here we have 0 and 0. And here we have the ordered pair 1 and 126. And here we have the ordered pair 2 with 252 together. So we have a 3 ordered pair because I choose the 3 numbers. Now what I'm able to do, I will graph it. After I have my ordered pair, I will go to my coordinated plane, and it is already graphed in your book. Already graphed in your book. What I care about here is what's the horizontal and what's the vertical. The horizontal, guys, is the independent variable. So here down is B. And the vertical is the dependent variable, which is A. So here down, values for B, and here values for A. In my example here, XY, I told you X is the independent, don't forget that. Now what I will put here, values for B, and here values for A, so I can graph my ordered pairs. Now here, we said this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, as much as I want. And here, what I will put, guys, look at these numbers for A. I have 0, it's already here. I have 126 and I have 252, which are kind big numbers. Now, I cannot put 1, 2, 3, 4. It's exhausted to get 152 because the numbers in the coordinated plane should cover all the numbers in your table. So what I will do here, I will make jumps. I will start with 0 and I will make jumps by 25, for example. 25, 50, 75, 100, 125, 150, 200, sorry. Even though I won't get it, so I'll make it bigger. I'll make it by 50s. See, it's a flexible thing. You can do what you want. But if you choose 25, you can say 25, 50. Yani you keep adding a 25. Don't say 10, 25, 100, 100. No, should be the same, okay? Now here I will make 50s to get 252. So I'll make here 50, 100, 150, 200, and 250. And try to make the spaces here, try to make them equal as much as you can. Now I'm ready to graph it. Now 0, 0, let's graph the first point, 0 and 0. 0 and 0, it is the origin here. This one. This one. Now, the other one is 1 and 126. Mr. Abdul Hamid, how we will graph this point here?
We will search for the one in B.
This is 1. Okay, then.
And 126 is before middle of 150. Before 100.
Now 126. I will go up until I get 126.
Between 100 and 150.
Exactly. There is no 126, so we approximate it. And 126 is between 150 and 100. Round it to the middle, maybe 125.
Yeah, 125.
So one, it's kind here, like this one. Now 2 is with 252. I will do the same. I will go from 2. Here I have 150. The 250. The 252. It will be a little bit more than. So from 2, I will go up until I get 252, which is kind here. Now, after I graph my 3 points, what I will do, I will make a line, and this line has conditions. The first condition, guys, is this line should be straight. This line should be what? Straight line. Second condition, this line should pass all the points which you graph. We graph 3 points, right? This one, and this one. We have 3 points. All the points should be lies or should be lie on the line. So the line which you will graph should be straight, not like this, and should be passes through all the 3 points. It's very important. Now what we have here, guys, we have 3 main parts for the question. The formula, the table and the ordered pairs, and here how we graph it. Now, if you go to your book, here you need to fill the ordered pair, which we did, 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 6, and 2, 2, 5, 2. Fill the table, and here you will graph as I told you. So graph the numbers. I don't know if they are already graphed in your book or no. Is it graphed, Yabni?
No, it is not graphed.
Good. So you will fill the table, guys. This table are the ordered pairs. Do them. And here you will graph the points as I teach you. And this line will be similar of my line here. See? So grab the points, please, and make your line. Try to use ruler, please. The line should be straight. It's very important. The line should be straight. Okay, guys? Do it.
Do I mute?
Yes, Yabni. There.